doing today?
How teacher? Hi teacher. How are you?
Hi.
I'm fine, thank you. And you? How are you
Fine.
doing? Excellent, Maria. Very good. Okay, guys, we are going to start the class. We are going to continue with the topic that we started last class. The idea today is continue practicing on the ability speaking, and you are going to work in groups, right? To continue working on that. And remember, guys, that in 2 weeks we will have the oral text. Next week, next class, I'm going to explain you everything related to the oral text. Okay, so no worries because we are going to work on that, and any question that you may have, of course, you can ask me, right? So guys, what is the agenda for today? The idea is that as I told you, we are going to continue on global warming topic. We are going to have like a first activity in which you are going to like work on vocabulary. We are going to have like a game, like a stop game. That is a recycling race in which you are going to work on vocabulary. Then you are going to have the speaking practice to review the topic of comparatives and superlatives, and more vocabulary about causes and consequences. We are going to introduce a new structure about how has climate change, talking about changes during the time. And finally, you are going to start working on some recommendations. It's clear, guys, the agenda for today. Guys,
Yes, teacher.
okay, so let's start. Sorry. And what's the idea, guys? As I told you, we're going to play a game that is like stop. Have you ever played a stop game, guys? In which you have a letter and some categories. So,
Yes,
guys,
teacher.
perfect. The idea today is to work on that. We are going to have a few minutes. So, guys, pay attention to this. I give you three different letters, C, G, and M, right? And there are some categories. Paper, wood, that is the same category, not the same word. Plastic, metal, glass, or the similar of glass, and organic. What is the idea? You're going to think about objects, things that are made of those materials, Example, I made an example with a letter B. Something that is made of paper. A book has paper. Plastic, a bin. A bin is when the place where you collect the garbage, right? Like the garbage pot. Metal, a bicycle. A bicycle is made of metal. A glass, made of glass, a bulb. That is like the lights, right? A bulb. And organic, a banana, right? So guys, I'm going to give you like 10 minutes. If you need to use the dictionary, do it. The idea is try to review your vocabulary and think objects, items, things that start with that letter, with C, with G, M in each category. It's clear the activity. Guys, it's clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
Okay, guys, 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, we are going to share the answers, okay? Go ahead. You can use the dictionary, of course. Remember, with those letters. Teacher, a lantern. No, lantern is with L, so it's not. C, G, and M. That's all.
Teacher,
Yes, tell
I
me.
have a question. When is the next test of the 20%?
In 2 weeks,
Uh,
on September the 28th.
okay, teacher, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Marilyn, of course. Marilyn, the idea is that we are going to play like a stop game. I give you three different letters, sorry. So you have to find objects, things, items in each category. For example, something that is made with a paper of wood and start with C. I made an example. Book is made of paper, but something with C, for example, and so on with plastic, metal, and so on. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
So guys, 10 minutes and then we are going to share the answers. Oh my God. Maria, remember that the idea is that each word starts with the letter that I give to you. Look at the example, okay? Look at the example, please. Hard? Is hard, Santiago? No, it's easy. We are going to see that it's easy. Okay? So look at the example and we are going to see that we can find words with those letters, right? Even in Spanish, yes, that's the idea, guys, that we need to review our vocabulary because if you know the structures but you don't know vocabulary, it's impossible. But we are going to like build. Yes, it's a stop. We are going to build like and the vocabulary together. So, guys, I give you an example. So, give me a thing, an object that is made of paper or wood and start with C.
Fruit.
Sorry? A cardboard. Very good, Maria Fernanda. Here. And what is the other? A card. Yes, a card. It's made of paper. A con
Chair.
a chest. Chair
Chair. Made of wood.
made of wood. Yes, a chair made of wood. Yes. For example, a container. It's made of plastic. Metal, a can. Yes, very good. You don't need to use the translation area. Yes, a can. A cup is made of glass, a cup of glass, of course, and organic, a cherry, a coconut, okay? You see, for example, Maria has very good words. Like, for example, with,
Teacher,
yeah,
can translator of can uh, because can is
it's a verb
for
too.
example I can
Yes, I can play guitar, right?
uh-huh.
Yes,
It's a verb,
but
but it's an adjective too.
it's a noun, not an
A
adjective, a
noun. A
noun.
noun.
Yes, but guys, remember that in English there are a lot of words that have different meanings, and the meaning it's according to the context. Of course, in this context, it's impossible to think that the meaning is the verb. Yes, is the noun. Okay, a can, for example, a can of tuna. It's so common. Or a can of soda. Yes, Coca-Cola, for example, a Coke. They have those presentations. So very good. Container could be in plastic and also in metal. You can have container for both. A cup, of course, a cup a cup of glass, for example, when you say a cup of wine, a cup of coffee, that is, and a sherry, it's organic. So in organic, you can use food or fruits or vegetables, things like that. Very good. So it's not so complicated. It's just, yes, it's because it's hard to think about the vocabulary. With G, give me something that is made of paper and or wood with G. Tell me, guys.
Guitar.
A guitar, yes. A guitar is made of wood. A guitar, very good. Plastic.
Teacher,
Gloves.
gloves.
Sorry?
Gloves.
Gloves.
A glove, yes, gloves. Gloves could be made of plastic, of course. Metal.
Gold.
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 Yes, yes. Imagine you recycling gold. Oh my God, you are going to have a lot of money. Glass, made of glass.
Laces.
Glasses or a glass too. Yes, a glass too. Okay. And organic.
Great.
Grapes.
Grapes.
Garbage.
Garbage. Yes, garbage too. With M, guys.
Box.
Sorry.
Paper with M.
What?
Magazine.
A
Magazine.
magazine? Yes, a magazine.
Money.
Magazine, similar to newspaper. Any other one? Do you have any other one?
Money. Money.
Money? Yes, money. Yes, money. It's made of paper. What about plastic with M?
A marker.
A marker. Yes, very good. Any other one? Okay, what about metal?
Teacher, a globe.
Okay, but with M.
Yes, teacher. Sorry.
Microphone.
A
Machine gun.
microphone. Sorry, which one?
Machine gun.
Okay, a machine gun. Okay, very good. Any other? Okay, what about, what is the other one? Glass.
Mirrors.
Mirror. Yes, perfect. A mirror. A mirror is made of glass and is with M. Do you have any other one? No? Okay. No, no worries. And what about organic?
Melon.
Meat.
Melon,
Coffee.
meat. Which one?
Coffee, not.
Coffee but coffee is with C and we are in M.
Marshmallow.
A marshmallow. Okay, yes, could be a mango. Any fruit, remember. So guys, this is a good practice and you can do it at home if you want to improve your vocabulary in English. Yes, some cases could be hard, that's true, but that's the idea, that you start thinking about what vocabulary you can use according to the context, according to the category. Why? Because we are working on a specific topic and we need vocabulary related with that specific topic. You see? So guys, no worries. Maybe for you could be difficult. Maybe it's because as your partners say, even in Spanish, it's hard. When we are playing a stop, even in Spanish could be hard because we don't remember. But this is a good exercise, not just for practicing, but also for knowing, remember, and learning new vocabulary. You can do this using different categories, for example, family members. Family members, different categories, verbs, adjectives, fruit, vegetable, that kind of vocabulary. In this case, because our topic is related with global warming and recycling, things like that, the idea is that we need to practice that vocabulary. So guys, do you have more vocabulary or that's all? No more vocabulary. Okay. So guys, now we are going to continue with the second part of the activity in which you are going to practice with your partners the oral part, right? You are going to make a speaking practice. Pay attention what is the activity that you have to do, okay? I'm going to separate you in groups of 3 people, okay? 3 people groups. In the folder class materials, guys, in the folder class materials, you are going to find this worksheet, this file. It's a PDF. You can edit the PDF, but if you are not working in the computer, you can write the answers in a piece of paper. No worries for that. You can open the PDF and read. What is the first thing that you have to do in group? Because you are going to do like a collaborative work. You are going to complete the questions. You will find like 12, 14 different questions. You are going to complete the question. How? Using the structure of comparative and superlative. So you have to decide, this is a superlative, so this is the structure. This is a comparative, so this is the structure. Okay? Clear at that moment? That part of the instruction is clear.
Teacher, now repeat, please.
Yes, of course. You are going to work in groups of 3 people. In the folder class materials, you are going to find the file, okay? The worksheet, the paper. In that paper, you are going to find 12 different questions, but the questions are not complete. You have to complete the questions using comparative or superlative. Example, the first question, what is a space good country to live in? For me, and of course, it's a superlative. What is the superlative of good? The best. So what is the complete question? What is the best country to live in? You are going to discuss, you are going to help each other, right? When you finish, you are going to start asking to your partners. So for example, in a group, I am with Elsa and Marlene. So we finish the questions. For example, Elsa, what do you think? The second question is a comparative or a superlative? And Marlene, what do you think? It's a comparative or a superlative? One of you tell me, teacher, I believe there is a comparative or I think there is a superlative.
I think that is a superlative.
A superlative, okay. And Elsa, what do you think?
The first one.
The second one, because the first
The
one,
second one is superlative too.
okay, for me, I think that is a comparative because there are two
Yes.
things. They say
Yes.
computers game or
Oh,
watching
okay.
films. So
Okay.
it's a comparative. Remember, but that when we make comparatives, it's because we compare one thing with other. So for me, the question is like, which is
The
more?
most.
No,
Enter
because the superlative more,
more
which is
entertainment.
more entertainment.
More.
Which is more entertainment? Playing computer games or watching films? For me, more entertainment it's playing computer games. What about you? Which is more entertaining? Playing computer games or watching films?
Watching films.
Watching films and Marilyn?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's the idea, guys. So in the group, you are going to discuss, this is, for me, this is, I don't know, guys, remember that it is a comparison because there are two things. Remember, guys, that you have this structure in the previous class, in the presentation of the previous class. What's the idea, guys? In the group, you are going to decide, look at this. Use your English. Ask the question in English. Try to practice in English. Why? Because in 2 weeks, you are going to have the oral tax. The oral tax is not to write, is not to say, teacher, I have problem with my microphone. Okay, maybe in this moment you can have problem, but try to start working on that. And what is the idea, guys? I'm going to give you 20 minutes. 20 minutes, that means 10 to 7, we are going to come back here. In 20 minutes, guys, you are going to decide if the question is a comparative or superlative. You are going to complete the question and you are going to discuss the question. It's clear the activity, guys. Remember, it's in groups. I'm going to create the groups in this moment. Work with your partner, no worries. No worries if you make mistakes. When we come back, you say, teacher, please, we don't know or we can't understand this question. 7, it's comparative or superlative and how is the comparison or the superlative, okay? No worries with that, guys. So in this moment, you are going to work in, I'm going to reorganize the groups. Okay, I'm going to do it in that way. Give me a second. I'm going to recreate the groups because there are groups with two people, and the idea is that we have recreate is here. So guys, in 20 minutes, I'm going to come back here and you can like a start. Okay, that's much better. So guys, see you in 20 minutes. If you have question, you can ask through the chat of the class and I'm going to pay attention to each room. Don't use Spanish, okay? Try not to use Spanish, right? Okay, bye-bye. 20 minutes to this activity. Remember, class material folder, you are going to find the file. Okay, they are opening. Very good.
Profe, hola.
Hello.
Profe, qué pena que le hable en español. Es que no comprendí exactamente qué es lo que hay que hacer con cada una de esas oraciones. Identificar cuál es un superlativo y cuál es un comparativo.
Yes, and complete the sentences and talk with your partners.
En los espacios en blanco hay que terminar la oración.
Yes,
Ah, bueno, gracias, profe.
you're welcome.
No ha entrado todavía. Ay, esperemos entonces.
Okay, guys, welcome back.
Hi, teacher.
Profe, no hemos terminado.
Yes, I know that, but remember that we have like a time, and it's important that you try to do the activity in that time. But guys, more important than that, there are some important things that I mean, it's important that you know. The first one, guys, is that it's I don't know how to say that, but it's impossible, guys, that if I ask you that is clear and you say yes, teacher, and then when you are in the groups, what do we have to do? That is the question. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer? That's why I explain you, and if you have question, you can ask me here, because when you go to the groups and you start like that, you are going to miss time. I mean, you are going to have less time to do the practice. Okay. The other, guys, is that it's the idea is that it's a conversation. Start a meeting. Speak with your partners. Okay. In some of you didn't start a meeting, you just like some of you, I don't say all of you, but some of you didn't start a meeting, you just like write some answers, you use Spanish. And come on, guys, we are in an English class. The idea is that you use your English, right? Because if you don't make the practice here, if you don't make the practice here, maybe it's complicated that you made the practice in another space or with other partners. So guys, try to, when we work on this topic or in this kind of activities, try to use the time but use it in English. Doesn't matter if you make mistakes, but that's the idea. I was checking some of your answers. Some of you were good, the others have some like mistakes, of course. That's the idea is that we can share some of them. So guys, tell me, what is one of the sentences that you say, teacher, this is difficult or we don't know how to do it? Tell me.
Teacher, the 12 one.
The third.
12.
12. Give me a second, I'm
Yes.
going to check 12. 12 question. 12 questions said. Give me a second that I'm going to check it. Okay, 12 questions say, what is space failing exam? Okay, the first thing is a comparative or a superlative? What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe superlative.
Remember, guys, that if you have than, it's a comparative. Okay, superlative doesn't have than. Everything with than, it's a comparative, right? So, and the other thing is that it's a an irregular adjective. So
Yes,
it's not with
but
er. Yes.
but yes, but I don't understand. Where is the comparative?
Where? In the
Yes.
adjective. You are not going to say bad, you are going to say worse. What is worse? What is worse in that case? So, what is worse than failing exams? For example, failing the semester is worse than failing exam. You see?
Okay. Yes, yes.
So that is a comparative. So when you have than in the sentence, that means that you have to compare two things, okay?
Yes.
Any other question? Any other? No? Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue, guys, and we are going to work on vocabulary. Remember that the idea, guys, and I'm going to ask this to you, it's practice on this structure about comparatives and superlatives. If you have questions, of course, you can ask me. So, guys, we are going to continue because in this moment, we are going to review more vocabulary about a climate change and global warming. What are you going to do? You are going to go to this page. You are going to identify vocabulary about causes and consequences about this phenomenon. And I think that in, I don't know, 5 minutes, you can identify the vocabulary, okay? 5 minutes to identify this vocabulary, please. Okay, guys, the rest of you finish. Guys, did you finish?
No, teacher.
Okay, 2 minutes more, please. Okay, very good. Okay, guys, we are going to continue because we need to move to another topic and or maybe continue with this one, of course. So, guys, what is the idea? We are going to express how has climate changed, right? We are going to say, using the vocabulary about causes and effects, how has climate changed during the years, right? And pay attention to those sentences. I would like that you check those sentences, please. Read each sentence that I give like an example and identify the structure. Did you read the sentences? It's Earth climate has changed dramatically. Temperatures have increased during these years. You see, we are going to talk about how climate has changed, right? In uh, yes, according to the global warming, right? But we are going to use a specific structure, guys. And this structure, it's present perfect, right? The present perfect, it's an structure that we commonly use to talk about experiences, but in this case, we are going to use for talking about changes that have taken place over the time. For example, from past to present changes. That's why we use have changed, have increased, right? This is an structure, it's not a simple structure, but it's an structure that we have to use in English. Easy, guys. When we talk about in present perfect, we are going to use has or have according to the subject. If it's plural, have. If it's singular, has. That's all. For example, climate, Earth's climate, it's only one, so has. Temperatures, it's plural, different, various, have. And the verb in past participle. There are regular and irregular verbs, remember that. So we have, for example, regular verbs, ed, play, played, change, changed, increase, increased, right? But we also have irregular verbs. Irregular verbs like eat, for example, eaten, not the past, because the past is ate, right? For example, go, go, gone, went, no, teacher went, no, because went is in simple past. So we are going to use the third conjugation.
Gone.
So, sorry, do, done,
Gone.
yes, gone. Gone is the third conjugation. Very good. So, guys, what is the idea? Using the vocabulary about causes, you are going to identify the consequences. So you are going to write the consequences, but try to use this structure. Like, for example, Earth's climate has changed dramatically. The ice cap have a melt, right? The ice caps have melt during these years, right? Um, for example, pollution has increased in global warming. So, guys, you're going to give me what are the consequences of the global warming using this structure. Write at least five consequences. Write in the chat, and of course, I'm going to correct, to check and correct, and to tell you, hey guys, remember, try to use this, and this, okay? 5 minutes, five consequences, and write in the chat, please, okay? Okay, guys, remember, 5 sentences, use the vocabulary. Remember that last class we talked about some consequences, increasing the sea levels, for example, the temperatures, the melting of the ice cap, the pollution. So, guys, you are going to say all that of things, but using the structure of this about changes, okay? Okay, Santiago, perfect. Very good. The sea water level have rising. Excellent. The high temperatures have broke about, okay. Paulo, the rains have increased during the last 20 years. Very good, Juan Pablo. Very good. That's the point. That's the idea. You have the vocabulary, you have the consequences, and also you have the structure. Perfect. Very good. I like it so much. Okay. Remember that smoke levels, it's in plural, so have. And the verb, it's with ed because it's irregular. It's regular. Have increased, okay? The flutes have gotten words. Very good. Very good. Okay, very good, Johan. Had been shrinking and contributing. Okay, very good, Elsa. Increased with the at the end. Increased because you have to conjugate the verb, remember. Have increased. Okay. Water sources have decreased every day. Okay. Or you can say also disappeared. Very good. Climate has changed due to pollution. Very good. Yes. The poles have melted a lot. Very good. Good, guys. Good. Okay, Manuela, heavy rains have caused, try not to copy and paste, please. Try to write directly in the chat. The ice has melted for the global warming, okay? Very good. Okay. Okay, very good, Maria. Heat and cold have been the cause of many diseases. Very good. Okay. Okay, guys. I like it so much. Very good. You have a good one. So, guys, in the presentation, in the class, I give you like a practice if you want to practice more or improve more this structure, okay? So guys, we are going to do one of the last activity because maybe next class we can continue or we can do the final activity, but this one, it's important that you do it. What do you have to do, guys? You are going to go to this page, okay? Final activity. You are going to go to this page and you are going to listen. some recommendations, advices about how to avoid global warming, okay? More vocabulary. Remember, next class we are going to practice in causes, consequences, and also what can we do. That's the main part. So guys, what do you have to do? You are going to listen some advices and organize. To listen to each one, you have to click on the number. Click on the number. In the number, you are going to find the listening of each square, okay, of each box or part of the chart. So guys, go to the page, click on each number, listen, and identify the actions, okay? Go ahead. Link is in the chat, right? Yes, you got it. The link is in the chat, right?
That woman is British.
Yes. In some of them, you
It's
can
more
see like,
it's more difficult to understand.
really?
Yes, I prefer American accent.
Yes. For me it's better too, but it's because it's the most common one. I mean, we commonly listen American like accent, so that's why. But British is a good one.
Yes,
Marlene, try to click on the number, because in the number you are going to find the listening, right? Okay, Johan. Got like some mistakes there. Okay, maybe it's because you are on the cell phone, so you could have problems, but no worries. If you can do the activity later, maybe tomorrow in a computer, try to do it, because you are going to find good vocabulary there, right? You're welcome, Marlene.